Hello everybody, it's Kristen and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about twin flames. But first I want to thank everybody for liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. Oh gosh, I so appreciate it. And just know that I do read every comment and every email. I try to respond to as much as I can, but I do read everything. And when I get a lot of the same questions, then I address it in a video. So if you didn't hear back from me, it probably means a lot of people were asking that same question. And so check the channel, I've probably addressed it. And also, if you've asked a very specific question about your twin flame union, please go to the link below and make an appointment so that we can give your twin flame union the time and respect and the honor that it deserves. Okay, so let's get started. So I've talked about this before, but I will mention it again. Archangel Gabriel likes to communicate to me via songs. And Archangel Gabriel will pick old songs, Motown, songs from different decades, different genres. And sometimes it will take me a few days to figure out what the song is and then decipher the message. So over the past few days, I have been hearing a song that I couldn't quite place. It was very faint. Like I could just hear the song barely in the back of my head. And when I walked into Starbucks this morning, it was playing. I walked into Starbucks this morning and the song was just starting. And so, of course, I was laughing inside myself because Archangel Gabriel works in the most beautiful and mysterious ways. And, of course, I walked in at the exact right time to hear the song. And so when I got home, I Googled up the lyrics to this song, and I want to share a couple of the lyrics with you. So the song is entitled The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News. The song is about 30 years old. So let me tell you what I was hearing in my head. I was hearing, you feel the power of love, you feel the power of love, you feel the power of love. That was all I was hearing, very faintly in the back of my head. But these are the lyrics that are really jumping out to me right now. The power of love is a curious thing. Make one man weep, make another man sing. Change a hawk to a little white dove. More than a feeling, that's the power of love. You don't need money. You don't take fame. You don't need no credit card to ride this train. It's strong and it's sudden and it's cruel sometimes, but it might just save your life. That's the power of love. That's the power of love. First time you feel it, it might make you sad. Next time you feel it, might make you mad. But you'll be glad, baby, when you found that's the power of love that makes the world go round. Wow, what beautiful lyrics. So I just want to just read one more little bit. You just feel the power. Just feel the power of love. That's the power. That's the power of love. You feel the power. Feel the power of love. Feel the power of love. So I started to inquire to Archangel Gabriel, what is the deeper meaning here? Okay, so yes, we know that the power of love conquers fear, judgments, and ego. But what does that mean for twin flame unions right now? And this is what I was hearing and what I'm hearing right now. So first I will start with twin flames who have not met, and then I'll go to twin flames who are in separation, and then twin flames who are currently together. So let's start with twin flames who have not met. How does the power of love, how is that applicable to where you are now? So this is what I'm hearing. That there are many twin flames who have not met yet, who dream and hope and can see and feel their twin flame union, but they are trapped in their comfort zone of being alone and have many fears that are active of not being seen, not feeling safe to be seen, and not truly believing that someone will love you for your true authentic self. And so what this creates is two parallel timelines that don't merge. So when you have these contradictory beliefs of, I want something so bad, but I'd rather be home with my cats or dogs because that's where I feel safe, it's going to be very hard to manifest your union because you'll get glimpses of that other timeline, but you are plunked in your lower vibrational one. And the higher vibrational timeline of your union will just run congruent, will just run parallel, but won't actually intersect with where you are now. So this is about the power of loving yourself enough to step out of your comfort zone and to really work on the belief systems you have about being afraid to be seen and not feeling that, or having the perception that if you were seen for your true authentic self, that you wouldn't be loved. Ooh, that feels so, ooh. Okay, so if that is something that is resonating with you, the link to make an appointment with me is below. We can shift those beliefs that are contradictory so that you can jump to your twin flame timeline, okay? So that your timeline can intersect instead of keep you plunked on the couch with your cats or your dogs at home alone, okay? So for me, it was a fish, right? For me, it was my comfort zone, home alone with my fish, okay? I don't have a dog or a cat. So I have been in that place before where I was really afraid to be seen, and it was actually right before I met my twin flame, and I was really working on healing that when we met. So this is the messages that I'm getting for twin flames that are currently in separation. Twin flames that are currently in separation, there is a very powerful magnet that is going to be pulling many twin flames into reconciliation. And that is Venus being in Leo, because that is truly the power of love conquering the ego and the fears. So when Venus is in Leo, this is a really magical, powerful time for reconciliation. And so check in with your higher self to see if you are in that wave, the wave that will happen over the next few weeks, where many twin flames who have been in separation will reconcile and get back together and have much more smooth sailing this time around. And so even if you're not getting from your higher self that you are in this wave, you can jump to this wave, you can jump timelines. And so if you are currently in separation, the power of love that is dominant within you, of believing in your twin flame union and not wandering off into doubt or friends with benefits. There I said it, one of the big blocks to reconciliation is going to be if you are still in karmic sexual relationships with others that you know are not in your highest and best good. Okay. So for twin flames who are currently married, who are dating, who are together, what I'm getting about the power of love is not to be pointing out or pointing fingers at your counterpart. No one hears someone when you point fingers at them. So choosing the power of love over the needing to be right. That's how this applies to twin flames who are already in union. And that even applies to twin flames who are in separation, believing in the power of love over needing to be right with what they did to you in the past, okay? So when the reconciliation happens, you're going to allow a total clean slate. You're going to get to know this new version of your beloved, and you're not going to bring any of that old story, because the beautiful solar eclipse helped us to close all those timelines. You're not going to bring that old story or those old vibes into the reconciliation and into the new dynamic of the relationship. And actually, a reconciliation, even if you are married, you know, when you make up or when you're dating, makeup is a really great part of a relationship. If you have been in discordant energy with your twin flame, allow the power of love to take away that needing to be right. Allow that to relax the ego, relax and release those fears so that you can make up, make love, and be in the vibration of the power of love. And then the other thing that I'm hearing from Archangel Gabriel right now is the emotional shutdown. So this applies to twin flames who haven't met, in separation, and also who are together. If you are still emotionally shutting down, there is healing work that needs to be done. If you are still in a place where you don't feel anything and decide to shut down, or it's happening by default, you're not even consciously deciding it, but this is the place where things get overwhelming for you, you can't handle it, so you default shut down, that is actually not who you are, okay? That is actually a self-protective mechanism that prevents you from giving and receiving love. And so it actually is more beneficial and higher vibrational to work through your feelings and maybe even feel like a bit of an emotional roller coaster at times, but to process through your feelings, to work through it rather than hibernating back in the cave, on the couch with your cats. This is going to create a tremendous shift in your life when that self-protective mechanism of the shutdown releases. So one of the biggest blocks to having smooth sailing in your twin flame union is the emotional shutdown. And that can be healed. That typically is a root cause of an abusive childhood, either mentally, physically, verbally, sexually. That typically started in toxic childhood patterning. That can be healed. And no, that's not just who you are. That's a self-protective mechanism. Okay. So yesterday I was talking to someone who is very near and dear to my heart, and he is in a twin flame union. He had no idea. He had never heard of twin flame unions. And when I found myself explaining to someone who is in one and has no conscious knowledge of it, I found myself offering a different explanation. And I want to share what I said to him because I think this can help put in a deeper context of what this type of relationship is and how it's different from the previous intimate and sexual and dating relationships or marriages that you've had in the past. And when I explained this to him, oh gosh, the light bulb went off. He totally got it immediately. I explained it as twin flames are individuals who have ignited the light within themselves. And when they meet their counterpart, they are not attempting to covet the other's light, to siphon, to diminish, to disparage, but rather to build up, to be proud of, and to join together the two lights, the two flames, which create a third entity that's a more powerful entity of love and is higher vibrational when it joins together. He got it. He had never heard this concept before. And he even then could see where in his previous relationships, because he's a very successful hairstylist and beauty guru, all in previous relationships, there had been a lot of jealousy of his fame and success. And when he met his husband is equally successful, and there was none of that competition or judgment, and they fully support each other's businesses, and their businesses couldn't be more opposite. His husband is an attorney and he's a beauty guru, and so they complement each other beautifully. And of course there are things to always be worked out in a relationship, and there are always dynamics that need to be healed. And one of the most beautiful things that he said was that he chooses the power of love over the need to be right in his relationship, and that's what's creating the loving space that they're in. So twin flame unions are a higher vibrational union of complementary energies coming together to create an even more powerful vibration of love that assists both masculine and feminine in the union. Let's just feel into the power of love. Let's just allow ourselves to choose love. Love for ourselves, love for our counterpart, love for the process, and know that we can't rush the process, that we can do our best at self-mastery, and yet there is always divine timing at play. And so truly an awakened relationship honors that divine timing. And so we're going to thank Huey Lewis and the News for writing a beautiful song that even 30 years later completely resonates. And the power of love doesn't need to be right. It just is. And when you're coming from holding the space of love, it's easier then to pivot in that trajectory, even when you've been triggered. And I talk about holding space and the power of holding sacred space in a previous video, so I'll link that below. And if this work resonates with you, please feel free to subscribe to the newsletter. It'll be going out in the next few days with a guided meditation activation MP3. And if you are looking to raise the vibration of your Facebook feed with more positivity, the link to my Facebook is below, and it's all positive vibes, only love and light. So I'm sending you love and light. Have a magical weekend. It is a holiday weekend here in America. It's Labor Day. So let's honor all the labor that we do on a daily basis by resting and honoring that time of rest. So everybody, practice self-love this weekend. Have a wonderful weekend. Wishing you all the best. Lots of love. Namaste.